Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. This your boy Hood, man. Holler at you. Appreciate y'all coming to check me out. I'm in a sad moment right now. I lost my little sister about a week ago. Rest in peace to little sister Malika. Been more like 5 days ago. So I just want to say that. And like and subscribe and all that stuff. I appreciate y'all coming back. We're going to talk about P. Diddy. And let's make sure my audio is working. That's the number one test that you got to do when you jump on here. We got P. Diddy in case on trial with his. I'm not hearing it. I gotta turn it up. And he dealing with. I'm not hearing. All right, back. So I heard it. I heard it. So he dealing. And he got on his heels, man. And ain't nothing he can do. The stuff she's saying is so salacious, so egregious, and about five more big words that y'all should slide right there because this girl is saying some outrageous. And it's just like I predicted initially. When you get in a relationship with a girl and you break up with her, she loses two things. She loses you, but she loses the lifestyle. And when you lose that lifestyle, when a female loses that lifestyle, she ain't gonna be happy because you're casting her back to what she used to be involved in, and that ain't too comfortableness. But it do look like a lot of the shit she said can be found out to be a lie because it don't look like he forced her to do that. It don't look like he was trying to force her to do some shit against her will. She says in her own words that she did what she did to please him, to make him happy, to try to keep him. And any female with a guy, that's what the fuck they're gonna say. I did this to make him stay my boyfriend. I did this to leave him. The lawyer asked her, "But why did you stop and just do something else and not come back around?" She said, "Well, I didn't want him to be doing the freak off with somebody else." What? You in court right now trying to get this motherfucker locked up. And when a lawyer asks you, why didn't you stop coming back? Okay, fuck it. This is what he do. I don't like this shit. Stop coming. She said, I didn't want him to do freak offs with somebody else. It's like, what? But you up here trying to get him locked up and shit. So you got to make your mind up. Do you hate it? Did you hate it? Do you just don't like him? Like, what the fuck is it? Because it seems like you popping up for every freak off, every time it's on schedule, your ass there. But like I said, it's what it is. It's like if you get in relationships, you really like when the relationship go bad. One person in a relationship is not gonna be happy. Matter of fact, they got titles for this shit already. It's built into the culture. It's called baby daddy, baby mama. That means somebody like because if it wasn't, it'd be called husband and wife. So it's not like that. And when it kick off, it's all even. It's called boyfriend, girlfriend. But when shit go bogus, it's called baby daddy, baby mama. That means we ain't living in the same house, we raising our kids separately. You get to hide the baby your way, I get to hide the baby my way, but we ain't running up. We don't see eye to eye. And that's the way they go. But when you talk about these families that's crashing, and somebody like Cassie, who you gave $30 million and shit at the end of your fucking mind, it's like, what is wrong with this motherfucker? But she's just a natural female who don't give a fuck about you. He should have learned one thing: fuck with a black woman. You should have learned that. Go get you a sister. But these niggas be feeling like the best thing moving is something white, is something Hispanic, is something anything but a sister. And this what he get. She coming to court, big pregnant, belly poking right there in the face. Her baby daddy's sitting in a motherfucking audience. And she's standing tall talking about, nigga, this what you did to me. But then when she describing what he did to her, it's just normal shit in a relationship. Like, yeah, hey, you know what we should do? Let's get up some freaky shit. Me and you, we gonna go ahead and invite motherfuckers over here. She gonna automatically be like, nah. He's like, look, it's what I want. In order to make it better, you get the niggas. I ain't even finna go do it, but this is what I want. Saturday afternoon, you better make it happen. Who she gonna call? Ghostbusters? Or no, she gonna call her ex-boyfriend or somebody who she like, and she gonna say, hey, I know it sound weird, but I want you to come kick it with me, and I want you to do this thing. Dude gonna be like, wait, you quitting me? You mean that rich motherfucker? Oh shit. Bet. But guess who she gonna call? She gonna call mostly Hispanic humans who she know, people who she like. And now he running around trying to act like an innocent man, and it ain't looking good. Because he looked like a freak. He looked like a person that can't control his sexual appetite, and ain't nothing you can do about that now because everybody got you caught now. They can see. Let's see what it say right here. Sandra gave emotional tear filled. She cried on the stand, y'all. Testimony with a federal sex crime trial. Allegedly, he repeatedly beat her and pressured her into demeaning sexual performances in their relationship. Just on that first paragraph, she just explained why she kept coming back to do freak off after freak off frequently and frequently. It's because she didn't want him to do it with somebody else. Now, how is that a victim? How is he holding her hostage when she, by her own claim, says he's paying for her apartment that she currently stays in, and she says she's paying for her rent on her house that she owned at the time she moved over there? Yeah, she said she owned a house. She's 22 years old, and she said she owned a house in motherfucking California, LA. And she leaves some kind of house. As upon leaving this motherfucking house, now Diddy feeling supposed to be taking care of her or something like that. And that's what they're asking her. How you making money if you don't drop none of your music? But she's saying, well, I was doing appearances and shit, going to concerts, going to, nightclubs or whatever. And if they're whatever she was appearances that and they'll pay her to show up, okay, they're supposed to be paying her rent. But really she paying her rent laying up with P. Diddy because that's that. So they say she was pregnant with her third child. So she done had 3 children in like 6 years that him and her had been together. They've been away from each other. Probably more than that. Combs lured women into romantic relationships to take part in drug-fueled sex parties that blackmailed them in the videos he recorded of the encounters. Now, she said that recordings happened on her phone and his phone. She deleted hers, but she don't know if he deleted his. Well, obviously, he ain't holding no shit hostage if you don't know if he deleted it, because you'll be trying to wonder if he deleted it. You're trying to get your hands on the phone yourself to make sure it's deleted. So it's like a lot of shit that's in the air about what she claimed. You know what I'm saying? And have this nigga locked up to the extent it's crazy. She got the 30 mil, and that wasn't good enough. They asked her, they say, yo, they asked her, how long you was with? She said 10 years. She's with Diddy 10 years. Rocking out with her. She said that she had Diddy. She said that Diddy put orgasm from the guy on him and her body. They used to rub it on each other in another room after. This is what she was ultimately trying to get to say about P. Diddy, to throw his name completely under the bus, to ruin his name. Because his kids sit in the audience, you got business deals that they're gonna say, "Oh, wait a minute, your ex-girlfriend and you another man sperm on your body." That's obviously a piece of private shit. Don't know if that really happened. This is her claim. So obviously, if they was married, she wouldn't be able to claim nothing like that because that'd be just a private relationship. Just girlfriend, boyfriend, and she's suing him. So now she get to claim agree statements, whether they true or not, they private. And we all know that because it's not our business if he is okay, because we ain't never seen that nigga in person. We don't know what the fuck he do. But she claimed that he did this on her. Saying he had the guy put oil on her all over her body all the time. And Diddy said, you got to stay oil. So that's why I was so many oil. Them boys was objected to. Like, keep talking about goddamn video. That's it. And then they got into the drug abuse, saying that they was using GBH or GHB, whatever the fuck they call it, and cocaine and mushrooms. She constantly did drugs dealing with that with him. So she had a lot to say, you know what I'm saying? Ventura Fine told the court that Combs left his amid what freak off in Los Angeles being tipped up by got the death row record Sugar Night without a dinner party. Dining There by Night is one of the Combs' longtime music rivals with tensions dating back to the 1990s. Cassie told him, please don't do anything stupid, and he's screaming and crying in fear. So, Diddy was having beef back in the day, so she recalled one moment when he was finna go down there supposedly get into a thing with Should Mac did that happen? You would not know. And again, this is all coming from a girlfriend who's mad, who's pissed off. She had a bad relationship with bro, and as far as she concerned, fuck him. She want him to go down. She don't give a shit. What it take? You going to crush? And if he would have been with a black woman, this would never be happening to him. But these niggas be having so much feeling for the other cultures, and this really is. It's just what it is. Love is love is love. And nigga, you should not be loving somebody that ain't your own. That ain't your own people. And that's stupid. Because now you see what the fuck you got waiting on you. And that's the motherfucking case. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna fight this? How you gonna beat this type of case? People waiting on that. What is it saying right here? Let's go to the art Rico. The art Rico. Sean Diddy Combs called so-called free calls were described at length during the sex trafficking and racketeering trial in New York on Tuesday. She had a civil complaint that launched into a federal trial into the rap mogul that led to his arrest. But at the end of the day, none of the stuff that they claiming is actually being found. She's just a girlfriend who's mad, and she broke up with him, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Monday during the testimony by the defense as a 6-year reunion for the former one-off couple whose tumultuous relationship went on for a decade and obviously was not his label. Combs is accused by the federal government of 2 decades of abuse, women trafficking, and sex workers, and turning his music passion into a criminal enterprise. We got to see if they can prove that, because right now Cassie just talking about having sex with her boyfriend and not liking it. That he requested her to do, suggesting that they do together. She's just feeling like she's not really into it. That ain't her shit. But she do it. But she do it to please him. So that don't seem like a criminal situation. My girl doing these things to please me. Okay, we putting you in jail for that. Like, the fuck they got to do with y'all? She can do what the fuck she want to do to please me, especially if she loves me. Want me to stick in her face and stick around her. So you know what I'm saying? Prosecutor Wilbur Johnson asked to address the questions over 7 hours that she testified that her relationship with Coach Tuesday, and she again her career bad boy expressions said, so okay, man. So basically she was just with this dude after breaking up with another dude, and now she with Diddy. And he got her doing the free calls to Johnson went the testimony to the free calls in the afternoon, having Ventura answer questions about male sex workers and how they were hired by Coach in the times. Craig's live Craigslist and company called Cowboys for Angels. The drugs was taken in events, which is testified with ecstasy, DBA, ketamine, GHB, and psychedelic mushrooms, and how they are made. You feel the progression of the sexual act, the events, accumulation of urinate. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part. She said this nigga was urinating on her. The other dude said they was urinating on her, and she said she was getting urinated on. She said she didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on. The logical question is, you're a human, right? You're a person. You somebody on earth. You got somebody who you dating, and he likes you to be urinated on. This ain't your thing. Any person in their right mind would say, I can't be in this relationship. So what she's trying to get P. Diddy for is locked up because she couldn't decide how to leave a person who was trying to get her to do stuff she didn't like. Anybody can look at that scenario and say she was only doing those things because she wanted to keep up the lifestyle. The person paying for her rent, for her apartment, the person giving her food, taking her to locations, giving her a record deal. She didn't want none of that shit to stop. So she would do these things and other things with him just to keep it going. Is that a crime? What white people say it is. Every freak off was directed by Sean. He knew specifically where he wanted everyone to be, the light and such. So described every individual as discovered him being in his house in the federal way. So over the first session, we just kind of like ended up getting closer and closer. Then eventually we had to put oil on to each other. Why is this shit relevant? Combs testified wanted her to hire her and hire escort to be glistening a total of 10 miles to big world with you. Rico said in one instance saw a baby pool filled with damage to some of the hotel rooms in LA were astronomical. She said this is all fake lies. Now, how you gonna say that all this sexual stuff is happening, but it's 10 bottles of baby oil being used. Do you know how much one fucking bottle of baby oil? She's trying to say it was 10 of them motherfuckers being used to a sexual encounter. That ain't even fucking real. It's no way that you have to be in a motherfucking slippy slide. You probably have that shit coming through your pores, whereas you sick. That shit is all made up. In a way of hell. She testified she wanted and hired the escort after listening to no. Free calls would last up to 4 hours with progression of multiple investigations between Ventura and a male escort who would be hired, then to oral sizzle, and then finally to intercourse. It was Combs who directed every moment, chose and directed his staff on the setting up a lighting which started to be candlelight but progressed to multicolored LEDs. The rap mogul would watch this and unfold and masturbate while barking orders. Oh my God, this shit sound like it's and then y'all over there slippery as hell, and he giving you orders and you fulfilling it with all the slippy slap juice on your fucking body with no practice ahead of time. Y'all just got this shit down pat. Combs who directed every month. The rap mogul would watch this unfold. Oh my God. Ventura said that this from the stand that this was the result of Combs justice in a room or hearing the sound and recognize the voice she explained. When the session ended, Ventura and Combs would exit and spend time doing drugs and being quiet together in a separate room. It often would repeat again and the rest break it down. Ventura would told the court that she only thinks she liked with the flip up the time to spend with him. And she felt that they were only moments that she really had with him and they were together. Dude, just like a crazy relationship. So she gonna do the most maniacal shit with you and say, yeah, that's us being together. But you said you hate it. It's oxymoronic. So do you not like it or do you like being in the room with it? Do you like being in the slam? The fuck you mean you sound like you like it? You sound like you don't like it. It felt disgusting. I was I didn't have the words to put together at the times how horrible I felt, and I couldn't talk about it to anyone. Ventura had it. Headshots, several male tours were shown to the court, and Ventura named them and explained the frequency of the participation. To figure out some of the men regulars, she said one of the men was known as the Punisher. That she got a nigga hitting her cuckoo named the Punisher. So did Diddy name him the Punisher? Like, oh, you named him. This is crazy. Holy mentioned the free calls with without from her. Ventura testified that the device was used all the time, but they were there. And if she saw them later, she would immediately release them, and she had them on his phone, was discussing it. He was there. This nigga got his fucking hands full with this chick. Now you get her $30 million, and this what the hell she got laid up for you. $30 fucking million with her. And this is the fuck she got. On Tuesday, Judge said Brandon Ranger denied a joint application from the news media for the free call to see videos that appears to be played in open courts and they can be described by media outlets. In his decision, he said that this would be traumatizing Ventura and another Diddy accuser. Much of the decision for the jury opposed guilt hinges on the coercive nature of free calls. So the press thought people can help the public understand what is reported in the video evidence. Look, the idea that this nigga did some shit to her and her big head ass is mad at him is it all makes sense. She's an angry mother, an angry girlfriend, and she's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to be okay with him moving on, relationships in, and it's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm surely that hey, go ahead on. She come pop out like, nah, ain't no over. Ain't no breakup. No, we ain't broke up shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you think we broke up, I'm gonna see your ass in court. So instead of him being drug in court with all this personal information being heard sitting in the fucking prison for 9 months just to go to court, just to go to court on the case, and then they found out, oh, well, basically it was just him and her, and they was having sex with other dudes. They were grown, and she decided but technically she didn't like it after the fact, and she said she did it frequently. She said that she did it too frequently, but she said she didn't like it. It's too opposite. It's like you saying you don't like it, then you saying you did like it, then you saying you spent all this time doing it. Now you want somebody to believe you a victim. The nigga is paying for your motherfucking apartment, so you admit it in fucking Hollywood with a big bougie ass. And you supposed to expect somebody to believe that some bad shit happened to you. that you choosing to go on your own. If a motherfucker did any of this shit, as soon as you drove your ass down to the local Taco Bell or the coffee shop, you supposed to kept going. But she came back because of the benefit of what that nigga got. He did a multi-billionaire. He could take care of your motherfucking life. So that's why she was like, I ain't losing shit. I'm staying with this nigga. And that's why she went through that scenario. Because she really believed that she should stay. And she did stay. And now she want him to be the reason why it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? She only released one mixtape in 2013. Talking about some most of her time was dominated by freak offs. God. You got 30 million, you supposed to go along with your life, be rich, live a better life, and just be like, I don't even know what my life is like when I have. Nope. You gotta get to 30 million and then try to throw your ass under the bus at the end of the day. Talk about freak off. She can't even make them bogus like you did something with a kid or you hurt somebody. It's just basically y'all have freak offs and shit like that. But she kept coming back doing more freak offs. They asked her how many times you did it. She said all the time. Too frequently. You went to every single one. They asked her why. Because I was trying to keep you. Okay, you kept them there. How's it a criminal case? That's what you tried to do. You did it. What the fuck? Oh man. So now she's Ventura accused him of physically and emotionally abusing her for 10 years. Nobody still, and even exerting control of perversity. She said that he recorded hundreds of songs that were never released and busied herself in his command and recorded at the recording studio. Freak offs, FOs, drug fueled, multi-day marathons of sex and prostitute that he orchestrated and directed. They basically wanted to keep Diddy in jail for using his dick too damn much. You know, they would expect him to probably got one and be a low key. He ain't even trying to bust down every no more. But it seemed like Diddy gonna be a playboy because that's what playboys be. And these motherfuckers mad. They can't accept the fact that he was just blowing up business, that he had access to more pussy. And then the peeing on the bra, that's the R. Kelly shit. They know that that's going to be a creed. So she went right up in there and said, yeah, I peed. They both peed on me. All right, but let's just say that happened. Why would you come back the next day, the next week? That'll be the day you take your ass to the police. Like these motherfuckers pissed off. They did things. But you running your ass around for much more. So he took you to that night, that Intercontinental, whatever hotel, and jumped in. And if freak off was going on inside, you know, she gonna add all that extra drama. Obviously, nobody knowing. And then Pete did it. They were saying should Pete Diddy get on there and get on the stand. Y'all gotta answer the question too. Should Pete Diddy get on the stand? And I said, hell yeah, because you got somebody saying something like, oh man, this shit about you. You know what I'm saying? And here's the person who you didn't gave fucking $30 million to. And she asked for the money, she got it. He probably looking at it like, what did you spend 10 years? You saw me make this money, you saw me get dope. You know, someone take care of your family, go back to she coming back. So about the 2009 episode close unless you do her to the floor of an SUV and stuff repeatedly on her face, and he hit the hotel for days to her house. But he used to hear watching she moms his employees. She also accused Cobra Black of graphic videos and sexual situations, dozens of prostitutes. She got to prove it shit. Right now, she's just talking like a person who was not happy with all the times he wanted to do it. She said she didn't manage it time to time, but she didn't know to go for that. Anybody who gets something that they ain't probably had all the time, they gonna be feeling that shit and they gonna want more of it. You know what the fuck it is. They gonna look at that thing and say, man, that shit was amazing. I need that more. I need that twice. So none of that shit seemed criminal. It just seemed like somebody likes something that's going down and you don't like it. You know, she didn't like it. So you know, open the statements. Tony Gergel said Combs was a jerk and and that he has a bad temper issues with her. But she also acknowledged that there had been episodes of domestic violence and assault and toxic relations, but she argued none of these were what the government had indicted Trump for. And that called for, and that all of this relationship was consensual. Was called in dozens of civil lawsuits filed against Combs' money grab. And that's the true shit. I'm glad his lawyer said that. She named all the stuff that, he probably is going to be accused of in this trial. Oh, he was mean. He yelled at me. Or he abused me, blah, blah, blah. But that ain't what the fuck he been tried for. He up here being tried for drug trafficking and sex trafficking. So let's see if that's going to be proven. And so far, like I said, if she's saying all y'all did was hire people off Craigslist and you hired people off of different websites on the internet, and then they came over and maybe she got cool with the person after the fact or kept up with their phone number or they became a frequent call, that don't make that shit no crime. That just means that this nigga like to call these certain kind of niggas or people to get his freak on with. And he just constantly call the same person. This traffic and shit just not popping out. You know what I'm saying? It's only been a few days in the trial, but she is actually the main person that is after him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, boy, yeah, you gotta be feeling so. I see you over there, boy. Yeah. And he gotta make sure that he fight because at the end of the day, she's trying to make it seem like that he popped out and he did some bogus shit against her when he just was really just kicking. And he likes how to do nasty shit like anybody else would tell a girl and just be like, yo, let's get on some kinky shit together. And if she rock out with it, then bet. And you telling me, okay, he's wrong for wanting more of it. He's wrong for telling her let's do it every weekend. Now we haven't seen from his perspective that he was happy finally to do something that he probably had a hard time asking a girl to do, and he got all this money, but it's like I don't know how to say it to somebody. Then finally I can say it to this person and she's down with it. Okay, cool. Wow, this happened. And now girl turning around and being like, yeah. And then they say she was in control a lot of times in this shit. So how was he doing crime on you if you don't want to take control? And she's trying to switch that back and be like, well, no, he was an equal. It wasn't like that. So he got a battle on his hands, man. And the people who after him, they soft. They definitely just seem like they worth the fight. They're not worth the fight, but they are coming at him. He got to do what he got to do to try to win this case because right now it looks like B Diddy might not be getting free for a long guys. So like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching and listening, and I appreciate y'all share this too. Appreciate y'all.